YouTube, how we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo! And this is another episode of the Ballpark Show. I go through every MLB game every day and try and narrow it down to the plays that I personally see the most value in. Today's Friday, August 8th. I have 4 games and 4 props at the end, so stick around. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, we dropped our highlighted play of the day. We took the Seattle Mariners laying the 1.5 runs against the Chicago White Sox. It wasn't my favorite card. I knew this one would be close, and the Mariners walked it off in the 11th inning with a single to win it 4-3. Hate to drop the play in overall a bad day, but like I said, I went light knowing it was a tricky card. All we could do is get back in that win column tonight. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. In our first matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds in Pittsburgh taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Reds are minus 111 on the money line, and the total is 8 runs. On the mound, we have Chase Burns going for Cincy, and we have Mitch Keller going for Pittsburgh. As much as I haven't been a fan of Chase Burns through his first 7 starts, he is a highly regarded prospect, and I see the vision when I look at his expected numbers. He's got the velocity, he's getting strikeouts, and he has a 3.61 expected ERA. He should improve as we get closer to the end of the regular season. Mitch Keller is Mitch Keller. 3.89 ERA, decent expected numbers. He's your run-of-the-mill starting pitcher. Thing for me is I don't trust either offense. Both are bottom 10 in the league over the last 30 days, and that's improvement from where they were just a few months ago. Both sides have solid bullpens, and I think we sneak below this total. It's going to be close, maybe 4-3 Cincy, but we should cash at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't expect much from behind the plate on either side. We're taking the Reds and Pirates under 8 runs as our first selection. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies in Texas taking on the Texas Rangers. Phillies are minus 131 on the money line, and the total is 7.5 runs. On the mound, we have Christopher Sanchez going for Philly, and we have Merrill Kelly going for Texas. Kelly looks solid in his Rangers debut, but I do expect regression as the season continues. He's walking a ton of batters and giving up hard contact, so you're going to pay for that eventually. Christopher Sanchez has been exceptional, and his expected numbers say the same thing. He does similarly walk a lot of batters, but he gets the strikeouts and ground balls to make up for it. The Phillies' offense is starting to heat up. They're creeping into the top 5, and I think they win this game. The Rangers do have a huge bullpen advantage, but Philly should build up enough of a lead to withstand any late pressure from Texas. We're taking the Phillies on the money line as our next selection. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs in St. Louis taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs are minus 153 on the money line, and the total is 8 runs. On the mound, we have Matthew Boyd going for Chicago, and we have Michael McGreevy going for St. Louis. Overall, this is a pretty sizable matchup in favor of the Cubs. Boyd is the better and more experienced starting pitcher. They have the better bullpen, and their lineup's been better over the last 30 days. Past that, I expect more from Chicago moving forward. They have real playoff aspirations, where the Cardinals are really trying to play spoiler. Against Boyd, they have a long day ahead of them. I don't even need to tell you what this Cubs offense is capable of. We're taking the Cubs laying the 1.5 runs. You can find it for plus 110 odds as our next selection. Let's move. In our last and final matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays in Los Angeles taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers are minus 145 on the money line, and the total is 9 runs. On the mound, we have Max Scherzer going for Toronto, and we have Clayton Kershaw going for Los Angeles. This is a really good pitching matchup, but I have to give the edge to Scherzer. Despite the 4.39 ERA, he has a better expected numbers, and if he can limit his walks, he's going to be in really good shape. For me, it really comes down to how hot the Blue Jays offense has been. Number 1 in the league over the last 30 days, averaging 6.25 runs a game. On the other side, the Dodgers have been quiet. Bottom 10 in the league, averaging just 4.1 runs. Blue Jays bullpen is better, and we're getting a great price at plus 122. Of course, it's always possible we see the Dodgers offense wake up, Shohei hits 2 bombs, something crazy, but I think Toronto can hold them and show up from behind the plate. We're taking the Blue Jays on the money line as our highlighted selection of the evening. All right, guys, let's get into those props. I got a good feeling about today. First, we're taking Riley Green of the Detroit Tigers to get 2 or more bases. Top of league in hard contact, but he's been quiet recently. I think he backs up Scooball and gets us 2. Next, we're taking Trea Turner of the Philadelphia Phillies to get 2 or more bases. Trea has one of the best eyes in the league. He knows when to swing, and it's paid off in his 26 career at-bats against Merrill Kelly, a 1.02 OPS. Next, we're taking Pete Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs to get 2 or more bases. Kid's a phenom, love the way he plays, and he's yet to get a career hit off McGreevy. I think we see extra bases. Last but definitely not least, we're taking Fernando Tatis Jr. to get 1 run or RBI. Walker Buehler's been miserable. Tatis has a 1.03 OPS against him. Go Padres. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. 7-4 on all highlighted plays in August. Let's go get number 8 today. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, yo! And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.